Hey, welcome back. It's been a while for Fire Emblem. I don't know what I was doing, but I think you just kill people and that's it. So I think I can figure it out. I have a list of all the extra people that you can get, so I'm gonna try to get all of them. Dorcas is the first one, so that's Dorcas right there. And I want to get... He's the only one. Yeah, well, there's somebody you can get in the next level too, so it reminded me. But today I was maybe going to talk about therapy because I did it yesterday. And it went well. It was only the second time I had with the new therapist. We're only kind of meeting every other week. I think it's just a scheduling thing because I have to meet after 3 or after 4 o'clock. And I think that's why. So, but it went good, and I want to talk about it, how good it went. Shink. Uh-oh. What was my homework? Okay, well, I'll talk about this part first. She gave me homework where just, I guess I was talking to her about last week, the thing that I kind of talked about with the other therapist, whatever, is how, like, sometimes stuff makes me happy, but it's like dumb. Whenever I examine it, it's like, well, why is this making you happy? It's like a dumb thing. And I still haven't... It's something that I need to address. This problem of meaning, like... It's a problem that I have, and whenever I'm happy, it's just that I've forgotten it. Oh, like I've forgotten that I should be... But I haven't addressed the problem. You know what I mean? And it's... I wanted to start out today with like a good thing about the therapist, but this is something that I haven't figured out yet, and the therapist hasn't helped me with yet. The problem of meaning. What is the problem of meaning? I still haven't addressed this problem of, like, whenever I'm happy. So, okay, this was part of the homework from the first week. Write down a list of every time you're happy. And that's something that I think a lot of therapists do. The other therapist, we kind of did something similar. I just gotta make sure nobody dies here. What if I just fall back? Fall back. Who's got the most health? Dorcas and Will? Okay. Everybody fall back except Dorcas. And you can cover the gates. No, wait. Sorry, I gotta think this through. I don't want anybody to die. Like, Lynn can't die for sure. Okay. Dorcas, you can cover this side. Kill this guy. Chink. So I made this list of all my happy things, and I was like, oh, the Nets won, and oh, I messaged a person, and oh, I went to McDonald's, and but whenever I examine those things, they're not very satisfying to me. Like, why does that make you happy? That's stupid. The thing... I have a couple thoughts about that. I think the level's over. Let me just think for a second. I haven't addressed the main core of my thing, so I feel like in the future it could very easily just come back again, and I could be depressed again because I'm like, oh, I'm happy because my basketball team won, or I talked to somebody online or whatever, or I baked banana bread. Like, this is all stupid stuff. What's the point? I can do it because I'm not depressed right now, but what if I get depressed later and nothing means anything to me? I need to address that. I want to, because I know what's going to happen again, where I'm going to get depressed or whatever. It's going to happen. So I haven't addressed it. So what do I do? You can't just be like... You can't be like, oh, I'm fixed now because I'm happy. Because I haven't addressed the main question. I'm just forgetting the question. I haven't addressed it. The happiness has distracted me from the question. But I still haven't answered the question. Does that make any sense? So that's the main frustration of happiness, or I don't know. I haven't been able to find any kind of happiness that is satisfying to me. It's always just a distraction from... And distractions can be okay, I've said this a billion times, but it can't be the main thing. And what's the main thing? I don't know. But I liked... Okay, what did I like? Oh, here's another thing. This is another part of before... Maybe I'll talk about this later, but I just wrote a little note down here, and I forgot to tell her about this, but... I have a question. Why is it... So, the past 2 years, all I've been doing is questioning my negative thoughts, right? Oh, why do you think that you're stupid? And why do you think that you shouldn't talk to somebody? And it doesn't make any sense, right? That's your anxiety talking. But then, when you're happy, you're not allowed to question your happiness. You're not allowed to be like, wait, why am I happy? The next one? That's stupid. It's the same thought, and it's the same... If the reason you're not allowed to question it is just because you're just supposed to be satisfied and just, like, ignore those thoughts, that seems wrong to me. I don't know. If they can't hold up to questioning, then maybe they aren't... It's just like junk food, right? Like, it feels good for a second, and then you're like, wait, that's, like... stupid that made me happy. I mean, it's fine, but it can't be the only thing. I don't know. Does that make any sense at all? This next level I get a healer, I think. So my homework was to say happy things, and then I told her all the happy things. It's kind of funny because I talked through all this stuff, and at the end of the session, she was saying, it's pretty funny that pretty much what she wants me to do for the next session is to pay attention to my language, obviously, to not, like, frame things as always like, oh, I'm terrible at this, and oh, I'm so stupid. Because when I was talking to her, I went through the list and I was like, oh, I made banana bread, but it wasn't that good. Oh, what was it? I sang in the car, and that kind of made me happy. I was like, oh, I'm not a good singer. And it was interesting for her to go back. Like, oh, and I told her, like, oh, I recorded a video. But the videos are kind of weird and stupid. I did say that. So it was interesting for her to go back and, like, list every single thing that I said about myself and be like, I put myself down every time, which is bad. It's okay, and this is how she said it, and this is a good way for me to frame it in my head, because I'm always like, well, I don't want to be arrogant and be like, oh, I'm the best person ever. But she said, obviously, it's like a spectrum. You don't want to be that guy, and you don't want to be the guy who's always mopey. So you just gotta just pay attention to your language. That's what I'm supposed to do this week. Anytime I say anything self-critical, just like acknowledge it, I guess. I feel like the other therapist might have told me to do that too, but I wasn't really doing it. So did I say anything self-critical this week? I don't know. That's another thing of like, well, being self-deprecating makes you more likable. Like if I told her, so okay, let's go through the singing in the car thing. I was singing in the car and it made me happy. And I mentioned for some reason like, oh, I'm not a good singer. I guess I could have just left that part out. Why did I have to bring that up? I'm not a good singer, but I guess I don't have to say it. So is that the middle ground? It's just to not say it. I'm not a good singer. I know that. So I can't say I'm a good singer, but I also shouldn't say that I'm a bad singer. Or maybe I can say I'm a bad singer, but then I just have to even it out by being like, well, but I really like singing, so... Because I didn't say that. I was just like, oh, I sang and it kind of made me happy. Well, just say like, well, you like singing, even though you suck at it. Just kind of, I don't know how to do it. But yeah, I definitely, I'm sure if Vault, you probably noticed if you're still watching. I can be self-critical a lot. I don't ever really say that I'm good at anything, that's for sure. Well, maybe once in a while I say, like, oh, I did that, it was kind of a good job. I don't know. I guess I could talk more about therapy tomorrow. That went kind of quick. I want to talk about... Yeah, okay, I'll talk about this tomorrow. I have a lot of notes this week, so it should be good. How are you doing? I'll give an update on the app stuff, but nothing really crazy's happened. I've talked to a couple more people, but nothing crazy's happened. These people, I can get these people. What do I have to do? This is Sarah and Irk. Starts as NPC, recruit with Lynn, also joins on chapter completion. Oh. So you don't have to do anything. Oh, Matthew, visit Northeast Village, also joins automatically on turn 3. Okay, never mind. So I don't have to do anything really. You just get these people. I want to get everybody though. I don't think I've ever done that where I did like a let's get everybody playthrough. Okay, so that's it. And see you tomorrow.